Well, I had to interrupt my writing of the MMT trader issue just briefly to make this video because I noticed oil really tanking here today. Friday looked like a turnaround. We were stronger this morning, and now it has really given up a lot of ground. Okay, all the way down near 40 bucks. Let me just make a couple of points here. First, just looking at this, it seems a lot like some of these stock market sell-offs, these panicky sell-offs that we saw several times earlier this year. One in February, we had one in March, we had one in May, we had the Brexit sell-off. It seems really kind of very panicky right now. This whatever $1.40 down today, big percentage wise, it seems just panicky. All right. Again, it's times like these. They're no fun if you're long the market, but these are times when you need some perspective. Okay. We saw the price of oil rise from the lows in January to 52, doubling basically, and we saw during that time a 45 million build in inventories. So there was very little correlation there between inventories and the price increase. Similarly, we saw in the last 10 weeks, 9 out of those last 10 weeks, we saw inventory drawdown of about 22 million barrels. And the price is down what now, about 20%, a little over 20% from the highs. So we have seen some constructive developments supply wise, but the price is falling. And I admit inventories are high, supplies are high, but everybody sees that. Everybody sees that. That's all everybody is talking about. So the question is, since when is it a great trade to make when everybody sees the exact same thing? It becomes a very crowded trade very quickly. And to that point, go take a look at the CFTC's Commitment of Traders report from last week, and you could see, if you go back and look, that the managed money crowd, which is not very good at managing money, because we see the results of these hedge fund guys all the time. The managed money crowd had very few short positions on in oil near the end of May when you should have been going short. As a matter of fact, I came out in MMT Trader and I said the rally was over at 52 bucks, right at the highs. These guys had 63,000 contracts short, and as of last Tuesday, they had 190,000 short, and that came really just in the past couple of weeks. So they waited, they weren't short at the top. Now they're selling like crazy, and my sense is they're selling even more. Now, price is a function of supply, but it's also a function of demand. All right, who's talking about demand? Nobody's talking about demand. If you look at net U.S. imports of crude oil, that's net. That means what we import minus what we export. That has gone up in the last year by 30%. We've gone from 6 million barrels a day to almost 7.8 million barrels a day. All right, that's a sign that demand is rising. Now, it's down if you go back to like 2010 and 2011, but it's way above the bottom. It's way off the bottom. So I can only conclude that this is one of these speculative driven panic sell-offs. It's unsophisticated money. It's got to run its course, but I think fundamentally the market does not, this does not reflect the true fundamentals of what is going on, which means inventory's coming down, demand is going up, the economy grew faster in the second quarter, even though that second quarter GDP number was a little bit of a disappointment, okay? So you got to take all that into account. So this is a similar market condition such as we saw in stocks in February and May, and the Brexit thing. It's it's unsophisticated people selling like crazy. They don't know. They're all saying the same thing. The supply to well, since when is when everybody sees one one fundamental and they all do the same thing. Since when is that a great trade? I don't know. You tell me. I mean, in all my experience, that has not been the way to trade. It might push the market temporarily, but that is unsophisticated money. Anyway, I got to get back to work. Send out MMT Trader. See you later. Bye-bye.